this game, so to speak. There we have it, and let's head back. Now we put that back on the table.
I've done this hundreds of times to other people, but giving yourself a shot is not the same thing. Be brave, it has to be done. First, disinfect the area where we're injecting the needle.
So let's do what he says.
The ampoule is full. Perfect. Now I have to store the bottle of blood in the refrigerated cabinet.
So let's go ahead and do that.
Maria asked me to answer the telephone.
Okay, let's answer the phone
This is
first.
Professor Heinrich von Kruger.
Dr. Florescu has gone out. May I take a message?
Please ask him to call me back as soon as possible at Munich 321941.
I'll be sure to do that.
That was that. So, let's head back. And here, the combination was at the door, 1905. We saw it when we came in. So let's just do that. There's just a bottle here, put it in the cabin. So all we have to do, to be honest, in the Steam version, and just press it. And we are finished.
Perfect. I'm sure of my results. Maria should be happy. I've done my work well.
For you guys who actually played the original game, you know it's much more to do than just this. And of course it's disappointed, but also it's both, to be honest. But I would rather prefer the old version than this one. But maybe not so hard as this one. Did I say this one? I mean the old one. This is a scary place. Oh, look how ruined this castle is after the war, guys. It's terrible. Terrible news. So let's talk to this guy here.
Hello, Janos. I have a surprise for you. I've just been ordered to conduct an investigation into vampires.
What do you know? Anything can happen. I was talking about the same subject with Stefan Luca, who just arrived at the inn. He's kind of a fanatic, and firmly believes in the existence of vampires. You should question him.
You're more useful to me because you're a historian. I have several questions to ask you, particularly about Vlad Tepes.
I'd be glad to answer them, but this incomplete sundial irritates me. Could you first help me restore it?
Certainly. Let's restore his piece of beep.
Dragon. It's the dynastic emblem of Vlad's family. Where did you find it?
A vagabond gave it to Ozana. Perhaps I should return it to her.
Oh, but its place is here. The person who took it had no right to pillage these ruins.
I must admit, you're right.
It's a journey of initiation that some traditions associate with Vlad Tepes. Most likely because Vlad was called Dracula, which means the dragon or the devil. But it's more related to occultism than to history. Professor Bukzov will fill you in better than I can. The recognized expert on the subject was Professor Van Bergen.
The great Orientalist. The man who crisscrossed Asia for the English Secret Service?
The very one. At his death, his superb collection was bequeathed to his successor, Professor Irina Bukzov. Speak about her to Stefan Luca. I think he has her number.
So Professor Boxoff would be the person to consult?
Without a doubt. She possesses remarkable pieces on the subject you are interested in. A manuscript of a biography of Vlad Tepes in particular. That's a legend forged by his enemies. Stoker was inspired by it to write a very bad novel. Can you hear? The wolves multiplied during the war. Now that peace has returned, they're hungry.
This tree is a Sorbus acuparia, commonly known as the mountain ash or the rowan tree. Skeletons, exposed during the destruction of the ramparts.
They were convicts who died of exhaustion while digging the foundation of the castle. They were buried where they fell, probably so their ghosts would guard the place.
Okay, now we know a little what we have to go and what we have to do. So first of all, we should talk to the doctor, because I think she's back now. And let her know that we did the samples on the blood and whatnot. She will be happy.
I finished the sample and the tests. Have you been back long?
I should have come help you, shouldn't I?
I was delighted to be of assistance. But now I have to think of my own work.
Of course. I hope your investigation is going well.
It has changed character. As strange as it might seem, I now am ordered to study some supernatural creatures, vampires.
Vampires? Like Dracula?
Dracula?
Don't you know it? It's a wonderful novel. I'll get it for you. Look at this book. It's Dracula by Bram Stoker. Oscar Wilde said it was the most beautiful novel of the century. I was captivated by this novel, and you know the strangest thing? The author used Vlad Tepes as his model for the character of Dracula.
Vlad Tepes? The voivode?
The very same one. The one who used to rule from the Castle of Twilight, whose ruins you must have noticed. Vlad Tepes, nicknamed Dracula. I can guess what comes next. He wants me to call back as soon as possible.
You don't really want to, if I'm not mistaken.
Professor Kruger is a great scientist. He worked with Martha and now insists on me continuing her research. But I haven't a research scientist's soul. Anyway, it's too much work.
Now, isn't that a shame?
Oh, please, Father, no sermons. I promise that I'll take it upon myself to finish the analyses he wants from me. Stoker speaks of this voivode Dracula who earned his nickname attacking the Turks beyond the great river at the very border of their country. That clearly signifies Vlad Tepes. That prince spent his youth as a captive of the Turks. Afterwards, he fought them fiercely. The word has two meanings, devil or dragon. Father Arno, I'd be happy if you stayed a while in Vladoviste. The people here are a little rustic, and I greatly appreciate your company.
So there we have it, guys. The sad thing about this Steam version is she will give you the Bram Stoker novel, and in the original game you can actually read the whole book if you want to. And if you're interested like I am,